How's everybody feeling about needing a summary, or are we all good?
I think that'd be helpful.
Okay. Um, so essentially, um, you had managed to survive your encounter with the demons on the beach. Um, Steo was able to banish uh, more than half of them into the back to the abyss, and at that time, you were still surrounded by groups of demons. You found out that there is a more or less a rivalry between the Merilith type demons, the Nalfeshni demons, and the Glabrezu, because the Nalfeshni and the Meriliths remaining without their strong leader Rakan there to drive them into obedience, they more or less set up an impromptu arena style fight where they aimed the Glabrezu demons at you, and they themselves retreated. Um, Once they retreated, you sort of understood that they were um, going to different places on the island, and as such, they were um, just occupying the prime material plane. Um, you retreated to the caves. You found that Granny had been busy while you were distracted with the demons. She had kidnapped Bonnie, banishing her to another plane. Uh, Carth had tried to protect um, Lyra Scribers, and Granny had killed him. Um, so you discovered his body, you rescued Lyra, um, and then at that stage, there was a revelation as you tried to understand how so many demons appeared on the prime material plane so quickly. And you came to understand that probably Mortem's armor, his Ifriti chainmail armor, and Lorian's daggers of shadow, both of those items had been taken from a relentless demon in the abyss. And so an attempt to remove curse revealed that the curse cannot be removed on the prime material plane. So Mortem sort of more or less understands that in order to remove the curse, you have to go back to where the attunement first happened. There was a bit of a struggle to get Mortem to calm down and not try to go deal with that by himself. You have managed to bring him back to a cooperative state of mind. At that stage, people were discussing what to do next. What were your next steps? Um, Breckenridge, distraught with the state of things, took a moment to sit down right at the cave entrance and fell asleep. Lorian and Steo, supporting Breckenridge, had been sitting with him, and the three of the humans, those three humans, passed out, more or less, fell asleep without meaning to. Mortem could not, who cannot be compelled to sleep because of his Fey warlock status, um, recognized that Granny Ursula had arrived in her ethereal form to essentially inflict yet another nightmare on the group. Um, Mortem used his powers and his skill to essentially warn you in your dream state about what was happening. And in that state, Steo, Lorien, and Breckenridge were able to um, essentially travel through the dream without any harm coming to themselves. They did not get any rest, but at the same time, nor did they suffer any further stress. But they did learn quite a few things, including essentially what's going on with Deshay back in Carador, and that um, symbolically, Constance Pike had snakes on her body, which would seem to indicate the plans that Deshay has for her. You also, if Deshay is to be believed, you also discovered that Deshay is not willingly cooperating with Granny, nor does she believe that Granny has anything to do with her or her success. Uh, you furthermore learned the location and number of the demons in the on the Isle of Flamstead, just for kicks as a reminder. And you guys can go back to this map anytime you want. As you returned from your dreamlike state, you were able to see the island and essentially where the demons have traveled. Some of these places you've been, some of them you haven't. So just so that we can be clear, this is Stoke, and it looks like a couple of demons have gone there. This is the castle that's barely a mile from your current location. And then, of course, there's the old church where you collected the sword of Lathander. And then there are two towns, one of them called Sutton, one of them called Harrow. And then there's a wooded area called the Dreadwood, and some sand dunes called the Sea of Sand. So you know that that's where the demons are, thanks to the dreaming. And as we begin today's adventure, Breckenridge, Lorien, Steo, each of you come out of this dreaming, come awake in essentially the same moment. And imagine it's 10 a.m. You've lost track of the days. You're leaning against the rock of the cliff face. Your parched sand is blowing from a fairly brisk breeze, kind of running across this rock face. It's kind of desolate and dark, but the sun is in the sky, and there is a normal amount of cloud cover. It's not as if it's completely overcast as it has been in Flamstead. So in one sense, the vampire curse has been lifted. In another sense, a separate and different curse has landed in its place. Mortem is standing above you, looking as, sort of beat up and dragged down as he has been, but there's a look of satisfaction on his face as he asks you, "What did you learn?" And Leonidas, you sort of have been standing a little bit back, kind of watching the goings on, understanding that like Mortem was in a deep sense of concentration, and for the last 20 or so minutes while they were dreaming, and you're just kind of on high alert, like to make sure that nothing breaks his concentration, with Brand Weaver sort of guarding Mortem's other side. So like you were like making sure nothing came in and messed him up. He seemed to be able to see Granny in like the ethereal plane, but you couldn't see anything. So, okay. And that's where we'll start. Do you guys want to be on this map or on the beach map?
Probably on the beach, I think, to start with.
All right. Just let me know.
One thing we have to do first, at least would have been Steo's intent to do Raise Dead on Lord Carth. Probably it's better to do that sooner than later. That takes about an hour for that spell. As a ritual, I'm sure.
Would you roll religion?
Yeah.
Well, that sounded cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I feel like you and Bonnie would have discussed the ritual itself, and rules as written in the game, it doesn't really matter. But I want to kind of throw out the idea of like where to do that. Like is it okay to do it here on the beach, or would it be better to do it in hallowed ground where you're sure that nothing can interfere, all those kind of things. So,
well, if we're feeling that, we've completed the quest here, this is no longer kind of a dread zone, whatever, that it would be better. It's really capable of doing it now versus previously. I guess that's Steo's thought.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. And I think as long as it's safe and reasonable, Breckenridge would want it to happen as soon as possible. Just for kind of outside of game thing or player thing, who all is here? We've got Carth, Steo, Leonidas, Lorian, Breckenridge, Corvus, Sister Fen, and Brand. Is that right?
And the girl Lyra, yeah.
Oh, and Lyra, and then also Mortem.
Yeah.
So nobody else. That's a big old crowd.
Yeah, it's a crowd of folk for sure.
Okay. Yeah, I would say, certainly bow to Steo's expertise, but hey, if this is as good a place as any, let's make this happen. Maybe we can find kind of a comfortable place inside the caves if there's like a bedroom or a barracks.
It's funny, and I could be wrong here. I think Steo's preference would be to do it in the sunlight. Feeling more of the connection to Lathander. But whatever.
Yeah, I'm good either way. My thought was just him not wanting to wake up laying in the dirt.
Well, when we've done it, but it takes like an hour, I think, as a ritual. So we would like put a blanket or something over him, and like we did with the boy when we did the raised dead on him. Let's see. Ken, I think we actually talked about this. That's when we were with the dragon. Oh gosh, I forget his name. Dragon headquarters. Getting some crushed diamonds worth 500 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, Praetorian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have? Let's see. On the where's your treasure? Bag of holding treasure, right?
I don't know if we actually wrote it in there, but I know we talked about it.
Okay. Do you have access to the Defiant treasure?
Yeah. I will say, Ken, well, I mean, I can do. Steo's got some skills now. There's also the resurrection spell.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like somebody could be desperate. Somebody could be dead for like 100 years and it could be resurrected.
Nice.
That's wild.
They'd be way dead, man. Super dead. And,
yeah. This guy's like super wicked dead. Like
as opposed to mostly dead.
As opposed to mostly dead, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say that in the bag of holding, when you guys have run across so much treasure, let's just convert 500 gold pieces. Just deduct 500 gold pieces from your gold piece total, because I do remember that we did that. But yeah, let's just to make it line up treasure wise. Who's handling the bag of holding?
Is that me?
I think it's you. Yeah, I think Steo's had the bag of holding the whole time, hasn't he?
Okay. Oh, I'm moving the resurrection spell into my spell stuff. Let's see. Great. Resurrection spell, by the way, requires a diamond worth at least 1,000 gold pieces.
Right. So what's the point of using resurrection versus raised dead?
I think resurrection is like they could be dead for a long time.
Right. But Carth has only been dead for maybe an hour, right, at this stage.
Yeah.
So either one should work. I think resurrection.
Up to 10 days for raised dead.
Yeah.
So versus years for resurrection. Right. No more than a century.
Oh, so resurrection restores missing body parts. Wow.
Yeah.
Which, okay. All right. So here's how I'd kind of like to run that. Either spell that you cast will deduct the appropriate amount of treasure from the thing. But let's kind of lean into it a little bit in terms of like descriptions. Where are you going to do it? How are you going to do it? Indoors in the cave, there is a table that could be moved outdoors or be used indoors, either way, so that you're not on the ground. But it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. What I'd kind of like to do at this stage is stand back. I would like to introduce a little bit of randomness to it. So up to 3 people can make statements to Carth as the spell, because the spell takes an hour, right, to cast. So imagine, saying prayers over his body to try to implore his life force to return to his body, right?
Yep.
Okay. So
in that
sense, I'm going to stand back for a second. Go ahead, Tim.
So, Damon,
so,
you want to do it? I mean, you can do it inside, that's fine. Or if you want to bring a table out, we can do it here, just near we don't have to go all the way down to the beach or something. I think it feels safer now than we were before, but we should probably be on guard.
Agreed. Yeah. Let's bring the table out and just do it here in the sunlight. And maybe we can disperse a few of the folks that may not be directly involved to kind of guard a perimeter. I'm picturing like Corvus and Sister Fen. Brand, maybe. But some of those folks, maybe we can put them out in a little perimeter so that if something does start to come toward us, we have a little bit of warning.
So do we want to get a list of kind of questions ready for him? Because he saw Granny most recently. And it's possible that if she didn't realize we were going to be able to bring him back, she would have kind of set her plan or given any kind of information.
Well, shit, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
If she was arrogant.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do. Bad guy.
The whole James Bond villain thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to tell you my whole plan before I kill you.
Definitely worth a shot, man. I'd say take the lead on that, Tennis. Steo's kind of, he's busy, obviously, but any information that we could glean from that encounter would be really helpful.
Okay. I'm not sure Lorian's necessarily the best one to ask because there's no pre-established relationship there, but I didn't know if Breckenridge, having that personal connection, would be able to get more info.
Yeah, and we'll have a little bit of time to sort of debrief him afterwards so that we can kind of see what he discovered or see if he found any weaknesses, that kind of thing.
Okay. But yeah, just an idea to see if there's any info we can gather.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool.
Yeah, maybe if it'd be maybe good to know a couple things, I guess. Granny's next steps, what's next, because I think we're talking about werewolves next in her next encounter, and then where she took or put Bonnie.
Yeah, that's good information. I was thinking maybe he noticed any weaknesses. Maybe he had some insights. If he's more than mostly dead, maybe Lathander provides information to him since he's a cleric.
Yeah. Good point.
Did he meet Dumbledore in King's Cross Station?
Maybe he can try to explain a little bit more. Didn't she leave like what are they, the poems or
Limericks.
like the word. Thank you, the
The
limericks. She left the limericks on the wall. Maybe he can explain those a little bit more. I think we already figured them out mostly, but like if she's sneaky, so
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, if he has the insight from being on the other side,
Okay.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. I never thought of any of that. So let's say for the sake of game mechanics, it would have taken roughly an hour to get the table, and obviously you clear everything off of it, remove the blood stains from the last limerick. So you obviously have an opportunity to read it once again. All that sticks is not glue. Attachments can make one blue. The demons appear and exploit your fear. How did the abyss attune to you? So you do all feel, pretty confident that that was talking about Mortem's armor and Lorien's daggers. So yeah, that the abyss is stuck to you, and that is essentially how the demons are going to continue to harangue you. The other one, when the gods answer your call, they help you to give it your all, but power goes both ways. We will see the end of days with you, how many realms will fall. That's a little less clear and obscure. So while you're moving everything around, I'd like Steo to roll a perception check, please.
Yeah. So,
Cool. So the trick is to get you to see this. So you know how when you're helping somebody move, there's always that in and out. People go in and out. They're kind of in different places at different times. So at one moment, Steo, I'm just going to you're up here in the area, kind of directing people to move the table out, and people are, let's say, Lorien and Breckenridge are carrying the table out, and with Leonidas's help. And you're sort of standing in that space, and you hear a whisper from around the corner, "Steo."
So I'll try and look that way and see if I see anybody.
Let me see if I can see what you can see. So it's coming from this direction, and just out of the shadows, as you find yourself alone, you see a familiar figure, kind of at the limit of the light. Katerina von Ravensburg Scribers, and she looks
about you, I would say,
and she looks sort of ragged and torn down, very weak. And she's kind of leaning against the wall. She's just kind of breathing heavily. And in that moment, you can tell that the Gia spell that you're both bound to is still in effect. So to some extent, you don't have a natural fear of her, in the sense that according to the spell rules is written,
Yeah.
you must carry out the service refrain if the creature can understand blah blah blah. Anyway, you get the sense that, you know, if she meant you any harm, that the spell would be hurting her or hurting you. But yeah, she seems to be leaning against the wall. She seems extremely weak, and she just says, "Where are my daughters?"
And I'll say that we were successful in driving Granny from this realm, and pardon me for forgetting the kid's name specifically, but
Laura.
Lord Scriber is here, and actually I'll say which one that was. I mean, she may know.
So the one that's still alive is actually her husband.
That's
Corvus.
what I thought. So
yeah,
he's here with his daughter, with Lyra.
You see relief kind of wash over her face. Roll an insight check.
Whoops, where'd it go? So insightful.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell that. Okay, so she looks relieved. She looks very pale. Her hair is ratty. She doesn't look as like put together and set as she did before. Like there's definitely something wrong with her. But she seems extremely relieved when you say that Lyra is here, and she asks, "What of Laura?"
Laura was at the main battle in the church upstairs. She
chapel.
actually dealt the killing blow to her grandfather, but seemed to have absorbed a lot of his strength. And she, I think she left. And do we think? Correct me. Well, I guess I'm here on my own. But she left with, I think, with Granny.
So you see, as you say, she struck the killing blow. You see, she just kind of like is really unsteady on her feet. Then she just kind of slumps down into like, you know, like a, like just like she fainted, but she went straight down, and now she's kind of leaning against the wall, and she just looks defeated. This could not be worse.
Well, we haven't given up, or I haven't given up. You know, we have our agreement, and you know, if she's part of Granny's plan, we need to save her and deal with Granny at the same time.
Roll a persuasion with advantage. Not bad. Let me roll her response.
Our rolls this morning have been really lame, so I'm hoping we'll save those for combat.
Okay, so she locks eyes with you. Roll an insight with advantage. Wow. Okay. She looks at you, and you know that charm that vampires can do. She's not doing that. She's looking directly into your eyes, and she says, "Do you know what happened to me?"
I tried to scry you, actually, 12 hours ago, or whatever that was, and well, I saw that you were killed. I saw that you had a stake through your heart,
Laura,
as the vampire contingent was heading towards Kent, and then I looked again, and you were gone.
Laura, I underestimated her loyalty to her grandfather, and she was there when we made our arrangement, and she betrayed me. She betrayed us, and he took me, or he had Craven take me to the church, and they were going to leave me there and allow the son to finish the job. But when your friends attacked the vampires and saved the church, that paladin, he took my family ring and burned the cart with me on it. But in the burning, he set me free, and I returned to my secret casket and have recovered to some point. And with your 26 insight, it kind of clicks for you that she may have regenerated in her coffin, but she still needs to feed, and there's like not a lot of people to feed on anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I that was the first thing that dawned on me, Ken. And I don't see Steo just offering up his wrist at this moment, you know.
Fair enough.
And also not wanting to be a vampire either. I'm just trying to think. If there's even any like livestock, you know, around. This place has been pretty much a war zone for however long. And all my blessings and stuff aren't gonna help her.
Nope.
I'll ask her, what can I do? And to get you your strength.
Keep that paladin away from me and get my ring back. That's a gift from my father. It's my family symbol.
Okay.
And then she slumps against the wall. Would your friends try to kill me?
Hold on a second. Before I answer that, let me just write this here, my character sheet. What can you tell me about the paladin and the sword he was carrying?
Oh, good thinking, Stu.
I know nothing of him specifically, but what sword does he carry?
I believe that would have been your brother-in-law or your brother-in-law.
He took Craven's sword.
Craven, yeah.
Real quick here.
I gotta step away real quick. Work's calling.
Stupid work.
Tell him I know.
She says, you see, she's trying to think, and I felt the power of of his God. He is a good man. I don't understand why he would try to use that sword. It's evil, but perhaps he can bend it to his will. I don't know. And then you see she's just pretty out of it.
Yeah, no worries.
Let's pause right here real quick.
Okay.
Let's have everybody individually just roll a straight D20. And if anybody rolls higher than a 15, that means you've kind of wandered back into the cave, kind of in this moving action, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are setting up the table as instructed outside. So you get another couple of minutes here, Steo, without interruption.
So I said I will do that. I will try and get your ring back. He is a paladin and he is stubborn. But I trust you that he is still good. I need to separate him from that sword. Let's see. As far as you and your current state, is there anything else that I can do?
Who among your friends do you trust most?
That would be Breckenridge Pike.
I I would ask a difficult favor from you. We had many familiars amongst the people here before, as you no doubt saw. A vampire's bite does not turn one. You must be slain by a vampire or drink from a vampire to be slain or to be turned. But I cannot, and I would not ask you to trust me to allow me to feed. But perhaps if your friend were to supervise the feeding, I could recover my strength, and I can thereafter open a teleportation circle to send you to any number of places on the prime material plane.
Little morality check there.
Yeah, this is a massive for
or we could just swing our swords and stuff.
Cast a spell, raise dead, massive spell with Thandra's power, and by the way, so what she's saying is that she could feed on Steo without risking Steo into turning a vampire.
I would say that as we discussed, you have read the player's handbook. It's just like I have, and Steo has many years of training in this. And yeah, so essentially, if you're dropped to 0 hit points and then buried, if a vampire drains you to 0 hit points, then you are put in a coffin and buried. You will arise the next day as a vampire.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or if you're already a vampire spawn and the vampire lord lets you drink from their blood, you become a vampire lord, which is essentially what Laura did with Old Man Scribers.
So this is our opportunity to shift the group to lawful evil and start taking over the world. That's vampires.
Yeah, we got to get in line though, man. If we want to try and do that, all these people want to do the same thing. I'll be like, one sec. As the Breck, I'll come back over here, and as Breck comes in to, get more stuff for the ceremony, I'll bring him over and just explain to him exactly what's happening, and truly still trust him more than anybody here. They've been through everything since day one together, and so Catherine Scriber's alive. She's weak, but she can help us and getting us teleported out of here. The other question, though, I guess, and this is for the group, we have demons. I think we talked about this before. We have demons all over this island now, which is like an immediate threat. And I think, and I'll just put this out here. On this island, I think, rescuing the town of Kent, or Stoke-on-Kent, pardon me, is priority, because that's where that's where the sister Finn is from, and we've been in that town a bunch, and they've gone from vampires to demons now. And if it's just one demon or a few, I'm guessing it's multiple, probably. And then I also noticed that there's a couple of those big snaky women over at the castle, they're the tough ones. For the Scriber household, I think that almost like politically would be really important to clear that out with and I'm sorry, what's Catherine's husband's name, Ken?
Corvus.
That'd be important for Corvus. And so maybe actually Corvus could join us in clearing Stoke-on-Kent, and that would be good for the people to see him involved in that process. Even, I don't know if he's able, and then we go back to put out the castle, and then maybe we can come back to this island later or something. But that's kind of my immediate things, or maybe even Catherine at full strength can take out some demons herself. I don't know. The vampire versus demon, that'd be a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
And she's also a magic user of a high level too, so
Correct.
I think she could be a force to reckon with in that regard.
Yeah, I was kind of going to ask about that. Do we think we can take on one demon at a time? One or two? Does that seem reasonable?
I don't know. I mean, like if we go to Stoke-on-Kent, and it's not going to be just an Alfishni. It's going to be an Alfishni and whatever he's been able to gate in. So we'll have some lesser demons and stuff like that. But I just, Steele's going to feel kind of a obligation to go back there, especially because Sister Fen has been so helpful for us in this side of things. I don't think we can leave anytime soon. But that's me to you guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we should be trying to clean up this island, and doing so with Corvus is good for you politically, but it's also good for him politically. So I totally agree with that part. That seems right and reasonable.
Yeah, I feel like we're kind of obligated at this point, so.
I actually think we can do pretty well at it. I think breaking him up gives us a much better shot of being able to actually take him on.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Breck, are you okay with what Catherine's asking of Steo?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions about that, actually.
Please.
How come she doesn't want to make contact with her daughter? And actually, this is Breckenridge asking Katerina.
Okay.
Why don't you want to make contact with your loving husband and your daughter? They're right outside.
It's daylight outside.
You didn't ask us to bring them in.
My husband we were an arranged marriage. We have mutual respect, but not love. And as for my daughter, the first thing I asked is if she was safe. But I don't want her to see me like this. She does look, ragged and fucked up. Fair questions, though. Actually, Breckenridge, why don't you roll a persuasion with advantage to see if we can get her to react?
Does Lyra know that she's a vampire?
Yes.
Okay.
But normally when she sees me, I look as I always had done. Oh, beautiful, Breck.
I'm pretty pushy.
But she understands, like, you can like offend someone, but she understands your protective nature of your son, or of your good friend. And so she's like, I will ask to see my daughter if I don't look like this, because she looks like a vampire now. She's gaunt. She's looks undead. But the last time you saw her, she was this beautiful, young, kind of, that vampire legend, right? So,
right.
But it is a fair question, and I will ask you to bring them in. But I am worried that the paladin with you will immediately attack me.
The paladin will follow directions. I assure you of that.
Yeah, he's still outside. I was just rolling to see if he wandered in. Leonidas and Lorian, do you want to see if you wander in? Roll a d20, and if you roll better than a 15, you're just like, hey guys, what's taking so long?
No, Brandon and I are shooting the shit.
Yep.
We're on a smoke break.
Yeah, you are. You're talking about demon killing strategies or whatever. And okay, you guys are still free to continue this conversation uninterrupted.
So Steo, back to your original question. Yes, if you're okay with this, I'm okay with this. unless you think that it's tactically better to switch roles. Which actually
I would ask you of that, that of you, I so appreciate you offering, but as part of my commitment through this gay spell, and this whole, even bigger than that, this whole operation, commitment is very personal for Steo, and so he'll definitely do it himself, and he would basically pray for Lathander's blessing and forgiveness, and all that, understanding, but yeah, but if you just supervise, if you will, and if anything goes awry, you can separate us.
Mhm.
But because of this spell, it would probably, if she were to harm me, probably you'd kill her in her current state. So I think it'll be okay.
I will point out that you have other responsibilities besides just this
Oh yes.
with your parentage and all that.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. We have a laundry list of things to deal with. We have to talk about Brand as well, and what's going on with him, and his attachment to this evil sword. I think has some charm on him.
Mhm.
I may have a way to deal with that. That I need, definitely need yours and the rest of the party's assistance with. But we can talk about that later.
Fair enough. Yeah, if you're willing, I will not, Ken, this is for you. I will not be subtle at all, but I will make sure that she sees me loosening my special magic sword
Yeah.
in the sheath and reminding her about the sunlight portion of it.
Which reminds me, your heroic D4, I'm changing to a D6 thanks to your nat 20. So yeah, you can certainly express that in a non-subtle way. And she actually smiles and she says, I remember that you have the sword of Lathander. If you remember, I helped you acquire it. And then she says, remember. There is always a chance that the affliction, the curse that afflicts me will overthrow my will and I will lose control. And in that case, use the sword. Better that I be destroyed than the alternative.
Agreed.
Steo, she approaches you, kind of like her ragged hair is kind of hanging in her face, and she as she gets to within like 5 feet of you, it becomes clear that she was raised a von Ravensburg, and the von Ravensburgs are aligned with the former king Ulrich and the former Adahan and Pike and so forth, and so they observe the worship of Lathander, and it's very clear that she follows the rituals as she would approach like the priest during a ceremony. She does so with you, and head down, and she kneels down like 5 feet away from you and holds her hand out to take your hand, and if you offer it,
I offer it.
So imagine the like whatever blessings it is, but it's a ceremonial aspect to it. So then she sort of turns your hand over, and then at your wrist she bites you, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll like a wisdom saving throw. All right. Okay, perfect. So she had disadvantage and you had advantage. So essentially what happens is there's just a brief moment where you can feel like the hunger in her kind of start to take over, and she drinks for just, let's say, 6 seconds, right? But as she pulls her, you kind of allow that to happen, and then you start to put your hand on her head like to finish the prayer, and then there's a moment where she, like, it feels like she's having an internal struggle, and then she just releases, and then she kind of bows down. But when she stands up, she you see her slowly transform um, back into the person you first met, looking like that. She wipes the blood from the corner of her mouth, and bows to you. I thank you, my friend, for trusting me. And you have taken 20 hit points of necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum has temporarily been lowered by 20 hit points.
Okay.
You need a long rest to counteract that.
One of these days we'll get one of them in.
Yeah, you'll remember what those are.
Heard about
Lord Pike, I respect your forward nature, and to your question, if I could, I would see my daughter and husband now.
What and while they do that, I'll stay there with her, and Steo will update her on the, politically what's happening too with Steo's lineage, if you will.
Okay.
And and basically in line for the throne, but also competition with Brand for that role.
Okay, so just so you guys could get into your part of things, I'm going to say that Mortem, Ghost, and Brand are outside with Carth, and they're sort of preparing the ritual, while the player characters come inside to all participate in this. But just before everybody else arrives, Steo, since you have told her what is happening, I'm going to roll to see if she knows anything about it. Like, she may have some insight. Okay. She seems like absolutely credulous, like she just believes you straightforward, like no challenge. And she says, it is true that King Ulrich had a reputation with the noble women of the realm. My mother warned me about him. But so I am not surprised, but I would expect there would be, beyond Brand, perhaps others who are.
Yeah, we've thought about that too, but Brand, he is also aware, and he is dead set, if you will, to take that throne. And in his current condition, I don't believe that's a good thing.
You see her say, ambition to rulership is rarely a good thing. And then at that moment, sort of the large group, Lorien, Leonidas, Breckenridge, Corvus, Lyra, and Sister Fen come around the corner, and you hear Lyra shout, "Mommy!" And she just bolts to her mom, who scoops her up and holds her, and there's like this quick reunion. Corvus approaches within 5 or 10 feet, and he kind of bows. There's this awkwardness with Sister Fen there. But everyone seems respectful, and these are aristocrats, right? So they're nobility. They're not usually bound by emotional outbursts. So there is a coldness between Corvus and Katerina. Sister Fen and her seem to almost not even acknowledge one another. But this conversation will be taking place with Katerina sort of holding Lyra in her arms, and there's a genuine motherly affection there. Steo, your training would tell you that, and as it's written in the monster manual, when a person becomes a vampire, typically the whatever positives they had in life get twisted, so love becomes obsession. In this case, you feel like a mother's love for her children is actually somehow more powerful than this vampiric curse. That's not to say that it couldn't ever decay, but at this stage, that is the only thing that makes sense to you as to why she still remains somewhat in control of her. She hasn't fallen into that pure evil that a vampiric curse typically brings.
Okay.
All right, but you're all there in the room. Let me move your tokens.
Hey, Ken, if I can jump in.
Yeah.
I am very specifically watching the entryway, and this is more of a ready action kind of thing. I will block Brand from entering the room.
Okay, perfect. Since you said that, I'm going to say that at some stage you have to do that, and carrying over from your natural 20 from before, we're going to allow this conversation to go uninterrupted between the player characters and the NPCs here. So
on a more like civil note for it, can I just keep Brand distracted outside?
absolutely, yeah.
Can we just keep chatting?
Yep. You can do that.
Okay. Actually, yeah, with the sending tools, we could ask Lorian to, or sending tattoos, we could ask Lorian to do that specifically.
I like it. Done. Yes.
Cool.
Okay. So picture the scene. This is a cave of hardship and horror. The awful crap that has happened in this cave is not to be underestimated. But here you are, a mother and daughter reunited. Steo, I don't know how you would feel about what just transpired, but if anything, sort of proving that that generosity of spirit once again. And so if there's anything you guys want to say or do, here is what she offers to you.
Yeah, I appreciate I
this.
I think we need to take a rain check on the teleportation spell.
Or this.
But I think let's keep that in mind, and I'll tell her about the demons let loose on the island, and that feeling this is a priority to clear out because of the generosity of the people here that have helped us get to where we are, especially Sister Fen, and Corvus. We've and wanting to build upon this relation, repair the relationship, if you will, with this scriber family in the kingdom. So perhaps and I don't know actually, Tanis, if you're in agreement with what we're saying here too, if we want to go clear out the Stoke-on-Kent first,
yep,
and then the castle, and then maybe we could split, and then Catherine could probably go after demons herself and take out the remaining ones, but that could be good for Corvus to get some people to get his eyes on him, fighting by her side or something, and maybe we could leave. Well, shoot, there's a question of we could leave the Lyra here with her mom, and then we have to explain to Brand what we're doing, though. He won't really. Maybe he'll forget about that piece, but we just can't leave the daughter here by herself.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other thoughts?
No, I think that works out well.
Yeah, I think we're on the right track.
All right. So with that, then, Ken, let's just, I guess, move forward with the Raise Dead spell.
So just to be clear,
back outside.
Okay, just to be clear, the teleportation circle she can teleport you to several locations on the island as well.
Okay.
Including the city hall, what would have been the city hall of Stoke.
Oh, cool.
And she can also cast Leomund's tiny hut, which whether that would work against Granny or not is not clear. But for the record, Corvus is, here's what Corvus would like to do.
Yeah.
He would like to get, he very much agrees with your political idea that to return to the town to free it from whatever bad stuff might be happening right now and do so publicly would be a good start. And to protect the citizens is priority one. So yes. Secondly, he would like to get Lyra and Sister Fen into the church, to which Katerina kind of she can't see her if she's in the church, but there's a little back and forth that they both agree that if your quest to save her from the hag is unsuccessful, then it's a moot point. So Katerina will wait here in the cave with Lyra, Sister Fen, and Corvus, and then she will start to create the teleportation circle to send you all to Stoke as soon as you're done with your ceremony.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Anything else from anyone?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, when they go outside, Stay will probably be like just trying to, bask in the sunlight and shake off any yuckiness from being bit by a vampire.
Yeah.
And pray to Lathander and get ready for the spell.
Okay. So you guys all move outside. Let's go ahead and relocate everyone to the outdoors. And you would be completely correct in that as soon as the sunlight hits you, you definitely feel much better post vampire bite. Okay, so there is Carth on the table. He's obviously been cleaned, and laid bare. What would your resurrection or your raised dead? What would your raised dead ritual be like?
So kind of like we did before with the boys, I think here, it's appropriate for people to be so close, and just call for Lathander's blessing, to bring life back to Lord Carth, and Carth is a humble servant for Lathander, and it's deserving and of his blessing, and I think we've used a sheath or some kind of blanket to cover him, and then at that time, touch Carth, probably touch him in his chest, and because I think it's instantaneous upon a touch, where it comes back.
I believe that's correct. Does
Yeah.
anybody else wish to say anything?
I don't see Breck really saying anything. I think he's just going to be more like business-like and military about it.
Okay.
The more people say, the better chance it is, or there is, of it being successful. Is that right, Dan? Or
Yeah.
is it?
So I'm kind of winging this just to add a little bit of character to the proceedings.
Yeah.
But essentially, Steo, I'm just going to have him roll a d20 and just don't fumble. If you speak, he gets to roll with advantage. If another person speaks, he gets to roll 3d20. So then he would just have to not fumble on 3 in a row. So each up to 3 people can say something that they, to sort of encourage the spirit to come back to the body is what we're kind of simulating here. So
If he crits, do we get a long rest?
if he crits, Carth will have less exhaustion.
Okay.
Leo's gonna step in and say it was noble for him to use himself as protection for the child, and it's something that he should be proud of in coming back to us.
Well said. Okay. All right, Steo. I would say roll 2d20. Just no fumble.
Is this like a wisdom thing or a straight 20 or what?
Let's just do a straight d20, and then you're doing 2. So this, as long as they both aren't fumbles, then Carth can return.
No chance for me fumbles.
Yeah. So I feel like if it's 2 1s, then that just means he didn't want to come back.
I might use my jersey at that point.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Yeah, so just as described, it takes an hour or two, of praying and different levels of symbols and such. So to house rule this a little bit, Carth comes back to 1 hit point. And he is at 7 levels of exhaustion. Okay. There. So imagine you've sort of removed his armor, and he sort of like his eyes kind of flutter open, takes a deep breath, and then he just kind of almost falls right back to sleep, but is breathing steadily.
Cool.
Okay.
Good job.
Well done, everyone. So he basically needs 7 consecutive days of rest to become normal, to get back on his feet. What would you like to do next?
Did we as a party get a long rest yet?
Not yet. Remember, you can't rest anywhere that Granny can get to you. So I'm saying that because you helped Katerina, she offered two ways. One is the Leoman's tiny hut, which is a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force. The only people that can go into the dome of force are those invited. All of the creatures or objects are barred from passing through it.
Yeah.
Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. And then teleportation circle. Basically, she can send you to City Hall at Stoke or to the old church. Once there, you could theoretically rest in the church.
Maybe that would be good, because if we try and do the hut thing here, we got to explain to Brand where this came from, or if Katerina has to be there. So maybe give the teleportation spell to the City Hall and church would give us that separation.
Can do.
But how's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, let me really quick I need a 10-foot sigil here. Let's use this. Okay. Would everyone move back into the cave, please? So Katerina has drawn on the cave right here, she has drawn symbols and sigils, and essentially anyone, you can fit as many creatures in there that will fit, sort of helping Carth walk that way, right?
Yeah.
So let me put that on the map then, so it stops moving. Okay, Mordom, Ghost. Let's not forget Stoffel with Leonidas, Lorien, Breckenridge.
I assume Stoffel is in his little pocket dimension.
Yeah, he's, just to be clear, he has to keep his head kind of out.
Yeah,
because he needs to breathe. But yeah, he's essentially he's probably getting a long rest in there.
that's kind of what I was thinking, because he has his elixir spell just in case.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that I could maybe use that later.
Right on. Okay. Without further ado, you all step into the teleportation circle with Brand kind of wondering what is exactly happening. And then I can imagine kind of Katarina comes around the corner at the last second and casts the spell, and you all instantly teleport with Brand like a little confused as you appear in the town. And I feel like this would be a pretty good spot to take a 5-minute break while I set up the new map. Cool. Okay. All righty.
Yeah.
You guys ready to go? Get this done. You see yourselves on the map in the lower left-hand corner. There is a flash of light, and the sort of that dank, that coppery iron odor from the cave gives way to the fresh air of an open courtyard in what is clearly an administrative building. The building itself appears to be, at one time was finely constructed and has just suffered from neglect. The weeds and vines and ivy are overgrown. But picture yourself in this courtyard where there's a fountain, and in a circle around, a 10-foot circle around you all is like a pre-made sigil. So this is a place that helps wizards focus their targeting for a teleportation. You're standing in, ankle to knee-high grass that is unkempt, and the building is quiet. Everyone roll a perception check. All right. That's plenty good enough. You all of you hear, like, in the kind of the near distance, you can hear, you know how like when someone drops something off of the back of a truck and it bam, like that echoing crash sound through the whole neighborhood, punctuated by screams, perhaps the occasional twanging of an arrow of a bowstring, followed by another booming crash as something impacts and echoes through. So there's some activity taking place, but you obviously can't see anything from the church. Or from the city hall building. Moving forward through this next little game section, Mordom has like 5 hit points left and no way to heal. And he is going to, I'm going to say he's just carrying Carth, like, across the threshold style, who is at 7 levels of exhaustion. So Mordom and Ghost are going to hang back and stay out of the fight. He's essentially out of resources anyway. But everyone else is here and able to participate.
Okay, so
Corvus.
Brand's been in this town before, yeah?
Brand and Lorien and Mordom, yeah. You all have, actually. You've all been to the church. This is where you originally picked up Sister Fen.
So is Brand aware that the demons are elsewhere as well, or do you need to update him?
Everybody's everybody's got all the information as far as tactically what's happening, but you thought they were probably from your dream, you thought that maybe 2 of the Nalfeshni had come here.
Yeah. So I think a stay would just remind everybody about the situation and where we are, and we should try and make a beeline to the church as best we can, but I'll look out for demons, and I guess we'll head towards the sound. I don't know how powerful Scriber is. If he wants to be more in the middle, that's fine.
Yeah, he is a competent warrior, but not to your level. So,
Okay.
I don't know if it matters, but I still have control of Dalen.
Oh, do you? Yeah, that's fine. Just don't control him.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, he's making a difference in the church right now.
Cool.
Brack, do you want to take the lead at the door?
Yeah. So our plan is to head to the church.
Yeah.
And Ken, is the door north, south, east, or west? I can't.
So it's not really meant to kind of be an accurate like map, but essentially, yeah, you see, you could. There's probably doors in all directions. So it's sort of a public building where they would have town hall meetings and that kind of thing. So you essentially work your way through an open door. Most of the doors have been broken into, and the instant you get inside into the darkness of the building, you realize that the windows have been like smeared with blood or blocked with furniture so that it's dark in here, and there's a chance that there is a vampire spawn or worse indoors. You sense that darkness has defiled this place, but you don't sense any dark creatures at the moment. So you have let's do this though real quick. I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna go, where's it? Group initiative. Ka-chow. And then I'm gonna do this. For you guys, everyone please re-roll their initiative for yourselves. Except for Stoffel. Hey, Stu, look at you go. Okay.
Or maybe Stan will take the lead.
Yeah. So we'll say that Breckenridge, we're going to start with, since Breckenridge already went, I'm going to start with him. And then we'll go to Sister Fen. She just follows Breckenridge outside. Lorian.
As we exit, I am going to stay as stealthy as possible. Bouncing from cover to cover along the trees and buildings.
Okay. So do you want to go through the building or like climb up onto the roof with your spider climbing ability, or?
Yeah, actually, I'll climb up onto the roof.
Okay.
And from where I'm at, am I able to see any of the Nalfeshni?
Do a stealth with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay, and then do a perception.
Okay.
Okay. You see the church in the distance, so it's maybe a football field away, right? Like it's 150 yards away, maybe. So the church itself is in the distance, and you see 4 flying creatures of large size. And then you see 2. So in total, you see 2, like 6, like 2 Nalfeshni and 4 smaller flying demons, and they are dive bombing the church, like with rocks or carts or debris, detritus. They're just dropping it on the church, and they're laughing. They can't set foot in the church, but they can fly above it. So,
okay.
What we'll do here is, and I'm gonna say that's your turn, okay?
Yep.
So yeah, that's what you see. Next up would be Brand. He obviously would follow Breckenridge outside, same path. Ghost, Stoffel, Carth, Mortem hanging back. Stale.
So yeah, still go next, and go with Corvus and say, follow me, stay behind us, but let's go reclaim the town.
He follows you. You can move yourself out with the whole group there. Okay. So just to kind of restart the initiative order with Steo at the top. Steo, you look around the corner, like right where Breckenridge is, and you see basically what I described to you with the demons. Kind of, they'll swoop down, pick up something off of it. I mean, and the whole town, keep in mind, has been under siege from vampires for a long time. So there's broken fences, there's rocks, there's, wagon, like cart wheels. They'll just like grab a wheel off of a cart and fly up 100 feet and drop it down on the church. And you can already see the church has suffered a great deal of damage, and anyone outside is doing their best to fight. Arrows are occasionally flying through the air toward the demons, but essentially that's what you see. What would you like to do?
Let's see, I think I've got one more of these here.
It's noon, essentially, like noon, and so it's overcast, but it is not dark.
Okay. I will cast Bless. That's my last one. With a full understanding that I'm getting my butt in that church. We're getting in there today, so.
Okay.
But I will bless Breck.
Okay.
I can do 3 people, right?
Yeah.
I will do Breckenridge. I will do Sister Fen and Corvus.
Okay. So when their turns come up, remind me that they're blessed. I need to put the concentration symbol on you. So you
okay.
And let me put bless in the turn order.
And that takes me I'm out of first level spells.
Wow. Nobody saw that coming. Okay, that's your turn. What next? Who is next? Leonidas.
I think he is actually, Stoffel's probably in a shield, so I'm going to leave him behind.
Okay.
But with the permission of the rest of the party, I'm going to just like go and stand in the middle of the road and say, hey, fuckers, I'm tired. Let's go. So that's all right with you guys. He's
all
kind
right.
of
Any damage from hearing Leo swear for the first time?
Yeah, that's right. Leo doesn't really swear a lot.
You all right. I'm going to say, if you don't have inspiration, you have inspiration.
I do have inspiration, so thank you.
So
yeah, he'll walk out into the middle of the road and he's waving his axe. He's like, hey, assholes, fight me.
Roll an intimidation, I feel like.
Intimidation.
All right, I'm going to roll a 6-sided die. Okay, so yeah. So basically, these guys are like flying up. The kind of 2 that are closer to you are kind of flying up, and they turn and they look like, now that you can see them, they look almost vulture-like a cross between a bat and a vulture. Demon creatures, and they seem like something different to play with. And they're going to join the initiative order. Let me do this here. Okay. So next turn in the order, they're going to probably charge you.
Fine, bring it on.
Okay.
He's over it. He just wants a nap.
Gotcha. Okay, and let's see. All right. Who's next? Corvus. Corvus, inspired by the bless spell and by Leonidas's bravery, draws his sword and runs and stands right next to you.
Cool.
Wait a second. Let me take.
He's mistaking my I guess annoyance.
Yeah. I feel like
crabbiness.
Right, your crabbiness for annoyance.
Well, for bravery.
Yeah.
Let's just get this over with. Let's wrap it up, guys.
All right. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna roll a D10, and unless I roll a 1 or a 2, I feel like as a noble person with access to resources, he would have +1 arrows. So I don't. You want me to not roll a 1 or a 2? Okay. So he shoots with a short bow. He shoots that first rock, and he takes. Oh wow. 18 hit points.
Wow.
That's pretty good for
a single bow shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So that happens. Let me mark that off. Okay. And that's his turn. Breckenridge.
I am going to step up part way, but I also need to stay. I will step up next to Leonidas.
Cool. Hang on a second. Okay. All right. That's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Sister Fen will, let's see, join you guys. And let's see, she's pretty low on spells, but what's she got left? The spell bestows hope and vitality. Choosing it for the duration. You have advantage on wisdom saving throws, death saving throws, and regains maximum possible hit points from any healing. Okay, that's her last 3rd level spell. And so basically that's going to be you 3. Choose any number of creatures within range. So basically, let's just say everybody in the group has the beacon of hope on them, okay? And I'm going to put a concentration on her. Okay, that's her turn. Lorian, what are you doing?
I am. How high up am I?
20 feet off the ground.
Okay. I'm going to take the dash action and go to here.
Okay.
And I think that's all I'm going to be able to do, but I am making sure to stay as stealthy as possible.
Okay, so let me, just bear with me for a second. So you were here, so it's like 10, 20 feet down, right?
Yep.
So then that's 30 feet as your action. Then you could like bonus action to dash to there. So actually at that stage you can't actually dash, but I will remind you that what you could do instead, if you look at your daggers, you can throw the dagger. If you can get it to stick in the tree trunk, you can teleport to it as a single action.
Yeah. Is that a certain number? Is it 3 times a day, or is it 3 times till a long rest?
It's once per day, and then each time you make a kill, it recharges.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I think you've probably had like 1 or 2 kills today already, but let's just say for the sake of argument that it's 1.
Okay, cool. Then I'll go ahead and do that.
All right, so make an attack roll against the tree. The tree's armor class is like 10.
Okay.
Okay. End over the end, the dagger into the tree, and then you just misty step. Dagger's in your hand, you draw it out. Now you can use your bonus action as a rogue to hide.
Okay, cool.
All right, so roll a stealth roll. All right, you are as good as invisible right next to that tree right there.
Cool. That works.
Okay. As I said, the Brock, this one was landing on the ground, and so it heard Leo yell, and it's going to come toward you next round, but this round was just its reaction. I'm going to say that it's like 20 feet off the ground. Okay. Brand joins you right here, kind of taking up position so that there's this line of 4 warriors across the way. And let's see, Ghost, Stoffel, Carth, Mortem. Okay, Steo. Actually, before you do anything, let me do this. There. Okay. We had Steo first. Okay.
And I'll just get in over here and back up. Lord Criver.
Okay. You want to? Yeah, that sounds good.
It's too far away for me to do anything significant. So I would take a ready action, perhaps. Once the Vrock gets within 60 feet of me, I would cast a Sacred Flame.
All right, remind me.
And yeah.
All right, perfect. Scrivers is going to fire his short bow again. That's a miss. Arrow goes wide. Rock. This one, what's their movement speed? 60 feet. Flying speed is probably going to take the dash action. Yeah. Okay. Do I have all the rocks in the initiative order? I don't think I do. That's my bad. Okay. I'm going to do that, and then I feel like he's going to need initiative. All right, Breckenridge.
Anybody happen to remember the range on a heavy crossbow?
Easy to look up.
Yeah, I'm looking now.
Uh, 100 feet for short range, 400 feet for long range.
And what's the penalty for?
It's just disadvantage if you're beyond 100 feet.
Okay. Actually.
But he has flown within 100 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to preface this by pointing out that Breckenridge is level 15. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's ever shot this bow. Just so you know.
Cool.
And it shows.
It shows, yeah. Okay. That would be a miss. Okay. Sister Fen. What could she do? Down to 1 first level spell, 1 second level spell. But to hell with it. Spiritual weapon. Range on that is 60 feet. 60. So she's going to just have a shining hammer floating above the group here. And once the creature comes into range next turn, she will attack with it. I think I've got a spiritual weapon token. Come on. Maybe not. Okay. Okay, never mind. That guy is going to dash. So basically, I'm going to roll 1, 2, 3, 4, and just from top to bottom, wherever that's who he's attacking. Breckenridge, he didn't like you shooting a crossbow bolt at him, so as he comes into range, Stale, you had a spell ready to go.
Yeah, so this is a dex save. This should say spell save is 19. Oh, you tricky.
Yeah. Okay. Is that a save or suck, or is it save or half?
And that would save or nothing.
Okay. All right, cool. Lorian.
I am going to move across to this next tree,
Okay.
which should get me to right here. And then I'm going to throw my dagger shadow at that guy with sneak attack. And has he taken a action yet this round?
Which
Or-
one?
This guy.
No, he oh, here it is. Cool. Spiritual weapon. There we go. This guy has, yeah, he flew, he took the dash action and ended up there.
Okay, so I can't assassinate.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, no worries. Then I will throw the dagger shadow at him.
All right, that is obviously a hit.
Cool. Are my daggers reset because of the dream?
No, you never got a rest out of that. Okay, so that is point blank range. So
Cool. So here is the.
it is. Oh, you would have had advantage too, by the way, Tanis, because he didn't see you there.
Oh, okay.
You were perfectly hidden. So if you want to try again, potentially. Okay, we'll take the first one.
Cool. So then there's 9 plus my sneak attack damage
Oh, pretty good.
plus the necrotic damage, which should be. Oh, that.
There we go.
Okay.
So 40.
Yep, and then I'll throw the second one at him. Is this also at advantage?
No, it's only ever the first attack
Okay.
that gets the advantage. So, okay, that is also a hit.
Perfect. And that should be just straight up as is, right?
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Amazing. 1 second. I gotta let the dog outside. Be right back. Come on, little buddy. Okay, Lorian, that was your attack action. You still have a potential bonus action. You have revealed your position, and those two are within range to come attack you here.
Yeah, I assume they're kind of aware that I'm ground level.
Yeah, so yeah, once you, I mean, according to the rules, once you basically attack from any position, the target kind of knows where you are.
Okay. So can I take the hide action for my bonus action?
It is no, it's daylight, and you'd have to be invisible for that.
Okay.
So
no worries.
You could use your bonus action to dash back the way you came.
Yeah. I'm gonna dash back to here.
Okay.
And that should do it.
All right. Pretty effective. All right, Brand, seeing you, I would imagine he saw that, he sees you kind of there by yourself, so he doesn't like you being there by himself. He's going to move up and flank you, and then take the ready action to attack if anything gets within range.
Okay.
Ghost, I'm just going to take Ghost out of the... All right. Now, Feshni's move speed is 30. So he's going to dash to there, over the church. The other now, Feshni, same thing. Okay. Plus spell, Stopple, Mortem. Okay. Stale.
Okay. Kind of want to stay where I am, just to kind of protect Corvus.
Okay.
So I will just do another Sacred Flame on this rock here.
Okay. He fumbles his saving throw, so takes some damage.
But this.
Ouch. 15 points of radiant damage. Okay. Good job. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. Leo.
He's gonna try to attack this guy.
Okay.
He's up in the air, right?
Yeah, so tactically you see this creature like it's like a giant vulture. It's got, 2 arms, 2 legs, tail, and vulture, but it looks like it's coming down to grab Breckenridge.
Okay. Can I come in and instead grab his talons and throw him?
You can, yeah, so you can grapple with him, and you can try to grapple him and reduce his speed to 0. So it'd be a strength, your athletics versus his strength.
Okay. I don't have my rage on, so actually I'm gonna just come in, I think, with the 2-handed axe.
Okay.
Try to block him from Breckenridge or
All
picking
right,
up.
so are you trying to chop him down and hit him out of the air?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, that would be a successful schmack to the face.
Right.
Ooh, nice. 2 in a row. Wow.
Poop.
Wow. All right. You definitely notice an air of recklessness to this creature, but it certainly wasn't expecting to get hit that hard right then and there. I feel like Corvus he sees you kind of attacking that creature, and he's going to still shoot at this one over here. Oh, short bow. Another miss. This rock. 60. All right. It's going to get to here. And then it is going to do this. A 15-foot radius cloud of toxic spores extends out from the rock, which will just reach Lorien and Brand. Each creature in that area must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or become poisoned. Okay, so here goes. 1 second, Tanis. Brand has this thing that he gets as a paladin called something radius. I forget what it is. Hold on. There's too many things. Here it is. Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet to make a saving throw, they gain an equal to your charisma modifier. So you both get +3 to this in addition to whatever else. So it is a Constitution saving throw with +3.
Okay.
You needed a 14. Do you have heroic dice or anything? You get the +3 to your 13, so 16. That's a success.
Cool.
Okay, so you're unaffected. Rand himself makes a Constitution saving throw, not with advantage. 16 + 3, 19. He is not affected. So the poison cloud did not affect either one of you. That's the Rock's turn. Breckenridge.
I'm going to step in and do that thing I do. Oh, crap.
Miss. Hit.
Hang on a sec. Am I confused on? Okay. Sorry, I must be. All right. Hit. Thank you. So damage. 2 radiant if that does anything to him.
Yeah. So yeah, that is successful. Yep.
Okay.
That worked.
I should have one more
Sword
more
attack.
sword and one more axe attack.
Oh, actually, are you blessed?
Yes.
He is blessed.
Then your 14 is turned into a 15 at least, which is what you needed. So that's 2 hits.
Okay. Here's that bit then.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
I rolled a 23 minus 2 for my third sword.
Obviously a hit. Yep. Okay. 14.
And the axe. Why does this feel like too many attacks? Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4 is what you get. But the last one you missed, or you just sink it into his dead body as he drops to the ground at your feet.
Cool. Even better.
They're reckless. Okay. That was Breckenridge. Sister Fen was going to swing the spiritual weapon, but she'll keep it in play here just to protect the group. Lorien.
So this guy, I'm gonna throw the dagger shadow. He's not within 5 feet of anybody, so I don't think I get sneak attack, right?
Correct.
Okay. So here is the left one.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay. There's the standard damage and the necrotic.
Okay.
Here is the second one
Hit.
with another 12.
Okay.
And I am going to use my movement to just put some distance between us.
Okay, cool.
And I will call it there.
Good deal. All right, this one's dead. That takes us to Brand's turn. Well, let's see. That guy is up in the air. He can't reach him with his melee attack. He's going to take the ready action in case once it gets into physical action, he'll attack it. This one. All right, this one's going to attack Brand. So it's going to stunning screech him. Each creature within 20 feet. So this will get you too, Tanis. Another DC 14 Constitution saving throw. With your +3 from Brand's aura, you succeed. Okay, that was its turn. And then Brand is going to complete his ready action to attack it back. For a boatload of hit points. Good grief. Somebody get a calculator. 63. That one was already injured. Takes it out of the sky. Now Feshni gleefully charging toward you all. This one also.
Can I stop you for a second, Ken?
Yeah.
Would it have made sense that with all these attacks that we're doing as a group, we would have all taken our movement as well? Because the ultimate goal is to get to the church. So we wouldn't stand here and wait for them.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go back and change what you did, though. You can say we all starting next turn, you can start moving. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This one dashes, stops here, and it is going to. Are you guys within 20 feet of it? Nope. That's all it can do. Okay, it's not going to quite come into range. All right, Steo.
Let's see. It is flying.
Yeah, these are all like 30 feet off the ground.
Okay. I'll try my Sacred Flame again.
Okay. It's dexterity saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okay. I forgot something here. These guys have magic resistance.
Oh, yeah.
So, but either one is still a fail, so he takes some damage. And you're aiming at this one right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
He
better.
takes 25? Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Okay. Leo. Or did you want to move, Steo?
Yeah, I'll move up next to Corvus.
Okay.
Maybe a little
Corvus
ahead of him.
will short bow. Okay. Hit.
Dang.
17. He's not super accurate, but he's good when he does hit. Okay. This Brock. Again, these guys are reckless. Tanis, I'm going to roll a d6 unless I roll. Yeah.
Do you still want me to go?
Oh, sorry, Leo. My
That's
bad.
okay.
Go ahead. Your turn.
I was just gonna do what Breck said and move up.
Okay.
But if I'm in position, I would like to take a swing at this guy.
Okay. So this guy, unfortunately, is too high off the ground.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll do defensive. I'll take the ready action and swing whenever somebody comes into.
Okay, so you have the good news is you've kind of like given him another target, so
Okay.
it's less likely that he'll get Lorian, who's pretty damaged.
Cool.
So on a d6, unless I roll a 1, Lorian. So a 1 he attacks you, a 6 he attacks Leo, otherwise he attacks Brand. Yeah, so what he's going to do is he's going to use 30 feet of movement to go down and over, and then he's going to grapple Brand. And fumbles. No, he's not. Okay, so he is kind of trying to grab hold of Brand, but Brand is swinging his sword too violently, and he can't get a hold of him. Breckenridge.
I will move up to. I'll move up here to Leo.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm going to turn back to the one that's right there between me and Brand.
Mm-hmm.
And inspired by Steo, I will Sacred Flame him.
Okay. And your spell save DC, what's your wisdom modifier?
Wisdom modifier is 2.
Okay, so that's 10, and so he needs to beat a 16.
Is that my spellcasting?
Yeah.
Whatever save.
Okay. So he resists it with his advantage.
Yeah.
Sorry. Bonnie's going to move up. She's going to cause her spiritual weapon as her bonus action to attack that creature. So, or excuse me, Bonnie, Sister Fen. So that means she basically just makes a mace attack. Plus a D. Nope, even with that, she missed. Okay. Lorian.
Okay. I'm gonna throw my daggers of shadows at this guy.
Yep, he is now within 5 feet of somebody.
Yep. So here is numero uno with basic damage. There's sneak attack, and we got necrotic.
52 in one go. Okay.
Isn't it 42?
Oh yeah. Yeah, 20, 42. Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And then is he still alive?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Here's the right one.
That's another hit. You probably
Okay.
do that other 10 points anyway now.
Yep.
Okay, it's still alive, but it's pretty well wrecked.
Okay. And then I'm gonna take my movement over to here.
Okay, great. And it made the mistake of getting close to Brand, so here it goes. Hey, an actual miss. And followed up by a hit. Okay. And thanks to you, Tanis, it was already pretty well damaged, so down it goes. Crunch. All right. That one's dead. Now Feshni's gleefully charging at you all. Comes to Breckenridge and Leo. Please make a wisdom saving throw, both of y'all. You have advantage on wisdom saving throws because of Beacon of Hope. And Katie, you have a bless on you as well, or do you? No, you didn't get blessed. So 15, you needed a 15. Katie, also you've got the scarab of protection, so remember that too. I forget how that works exactly.
That one I think is for necrotic damage and stuff.
Okay.
That one.
So this scintillating, pulsing wall of light kind of flashes in front of you guys, and you both just like, nah. You can take that and cram it. So it has no effect on either one of you. All right. The other now Feshni, however, he has a flying speed of 30 feet. Actually, let me put him back here. He is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to avoid the paladin. So Lorian, you're 1. Sister Fen is 2. Leo, you're 3. Breckenridge is 4. Yep, Sister Fen. So he is going to teleport to Sister Fen, which is his action. And yeah. Teleport, that's his action. There you go. That's what he did. Okay.
Is he on the ground?
Yeah. He's going to try to grab her. All right. This guy, he was kind of barreling in toward you. So Steo, you're odd. Scrivers is even. He blasts towards Scrivers. And let's see. 2 attacks. One with his beak and one with his talons. Hit. Hit. Okay. All right. Corvus takes 29 points of slashing damage. All right. Carth Mortem are just coming out the front door now, kind of looking around the corner to see what's going on. Steo, you're up.
And is this Brock? He's at our level now, right?
Yeah.
So I will swing at that guy with my sensor. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah. The hookah of healing.
Yep, the devotee sensor, and let's see how I do here. Let's see. Here we go. Clang.
Your money. Ooh, nice.
And actually take another D8 because of my thing I do. I think it's this one, Blessed Strike.
Oh, okay. Is that not already calculated in that? Bludgeoning, radiant?
Let's see. Bludgeoning, radiant. Oh, yeah, we did actually. Pardon me.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. We got the bludgeoning, we got the radiant, and then this. So the I don't think we did. I think the damage is those two plus, and actually it should be +5 now because I need to update that for my what's this? Right, my proficiency.
That should automatically update, though.
Yeah, but look in the chart. Look in the column. It says so maybe not. Let me.
Well, proficiency is +5. So it's strength. +3 would be +8 to hit. Magic bonus is +2 to hit. So it's +10 to hit. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
The damage though is still only +.
Do you have the your DMG or Smash? Wait, look at Smashes. I'm sorry.
There's 2D there's 2d8 of radiant damage already built into the macro. If you open that up.
Yeah, I see that, but I wasn't sure if that was due to the. It's supposed to do. Okay, yeah, that's right. It does 1d8 normally, so it must be the other one.
Other d8 is from you. Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Got it. This is what happens when we don't play for months. Okay, that was your action?
Yes.
And you want to try to shield bash it?
And he takes. How big is he?
He's a large creature, I guess. Yeah. So
I'll try and shield bash him to the ground, knock him down.
So he gets advantage or something?
As being large.
Yeah. You put shield bash in the chat.
I have the. I must have. I think I have this written down.
Or I think it might just be on
my shield master here.
Target must be no more than one size larger than you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just large, so it's one size larger than you, so it's fine.
Do it.
Okay, here goes him.
Turkey.
Bam! That is a prone Brock.
Excellent.
Nicely done.
You didn't know what hit him.
Yeah.
Literally.
All right. Good job, Stu. Leo.
I'm gonna approach this guy.
Oh, and
Okay.
actually the mace would knock him back 5 feet as well.
Okay. So you would have knocked him back away from Corvus and then you would have moved in and knocked him prone with your shield. So you're just being like a bully on the battlefield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go after this guy and do my two-handed axe again if he's not too high up.
Unfortunately, he is. He's 30 feet off the ground, so you can't reach him with your axe. Got anything else?
I have 4 javelins.
Are they magical?
No,
They won't be effective.
they're regular javelins.
Right.
There's a dude on the ground right behind you.
All right, I guess I'll just go back to him then.
Okay.
Oops. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, he's going after Sister Fen. Hit. You big bully.
They're the bullies.
20 plus 20 plus 16.
Can I re-roll the second one?
Yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah. That wasn't even better. That wasn't better.
Oh, sorry. Okay, you're just hacking away at this big blubbery, gross thing. It stinks. But yeah, you're like, oh, these guys are kind of sturdier than the other ones. All right, Corvus will cleverly move forward and attack with his, obviously with his great sword, but with advantage because the guy is prone. Okay, he'll take the first one, which is a hit with a +1 sword, doing 29 points. Wow! Holy crap!
He's been rolling great.
Yeah, his damage has been on point. Okay, believe it or not, he gets with his sword. He gets 2 attacks per round. So here goes the second one. That's a miss. You can imagine the rock is like scrambling away from him and like batting its wings, and so he misses with his second strike. This rock is dead, making it Breckenridge's turn.
I am going to step up next to Leo and get that guy off of Sister Fen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll on that first one, Damon. Roll a d4 because you're blessed. So you need, because it's a 13. No, you can't make that. That won't become a hit no matter what you do.
I have my little blessed check mark on.
Oh,
Does that
don't
help on
for
attacks?
attacks. Never mind. I don't for attacks.
okay.
Are there 2 places or 3 places to check?
There's 3 places. Well, there's 2 places for bless.
Yeah.
Bless helps with saving throws and attack rolls.
Yeah.
Guidance helps with skill checks.
Sorry on that one. Okay, so that's
but a 13 plus 4 is a 17, which is not a hit. So even if you roll a 4, you can't turn that first one into a hit. Does that make sense?
enough. I've got a bonus die on me, don't I?
You got a d6, yeah.
I will roll the bless and I'll roll the bonus die.
Okay.
So there's the bless.
All right. You just need a 1 on your d6.
Cool.
And a 1's what you got. Okay.
Okay, so I've got
that's
2
2 hits now.
attacks. I've got 2. So here's number 3. I assume I'm not going to kill him.
Yeah, so roll damage 3 times. Or if you want to roll your axe first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rolling with a miss on that one.
Yeah.
So damage 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, damage 1. Damage 2. Damage 3. 52, I think.
I'm gonna trust your math.
Dude, you know me. You should never trust my
I
math.
should never trust your math. Okay, it's like hacking away at a side of beef, right? It's a very durable creature.
Oh, hey,
Sister-
Ken.
Yeah, go ahead.
Scriber was blessed as well. I don't know if that improves his attacks on that rock. If
Let me go
hit
back
him
and
while
look
he was prone.
here. No, the
First-
second one was wouldn't it? It still wouldn't have made it. So
Okay.
that's fine though. Sister Fen, Mace tries to hit the guy, and now she's been successful with one. Okay, so all right, not super successful. No one said that, but every bit counts. Okay, Lorian.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something. We'll see how it works out. I'm gonna turn on the sharpshooter feat.
Okay.
I think I've got 2 places to put it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this is gonna have all kinds of crap on it.
Okay.
Here is,
So it should be -5 to hit, but plus
Yep.
10 to damage.
and then I also checked the auto sneak attack
Okay.
for this now, Feshni.
Yeah, he's definitely regretting his life choices.
Yeah. Can I use my inspiration to gain advantage on it?
Well, you automatically get sneak attack because he's surrounded. But if you,
Oh, that's right.
but you can use your jersey. You can use if you have inspiration. So you can wait till after you roll though to decide.
Okay, cool. So here is the left one.
That's a miss.
Okay. Do I have any heroic die? I've got a D6, it looks like.
So first of all, take off your advantage.
Okay.
And so we're saying that you rolled once, and that was a 12, which missed.
Oh, okay.
You really can't turn a 12 into a hit. But if you want to use your jersey or your inspiration, you could re-roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do the inspiration.
Okay, mark it off.
So then here it is again. All right, then I'll use my jersey.
Same outcome. Okay,
See if it works.
this is the last re-roll we can do. Still not good enough. Nope.
Okay.
Okay. The sharpshooter's powerful, but if you miss with it, you miss with it. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you threw the dagger. I'm saying it went end over end, hit him in the kind of the like with the back end of the handle, and he looks over at you as you throw your second dagger.
Okay.
So this won't be a sneak attack.
Oh,
There it is.
Yep.
But it is a crit.
Okay.
So,
And I can only sharpshooter one of them, right?
no, I think you can sharpshooter both of them, but it can't be. It's not a sneak attack on this one.
Okay. So this will be a +10 to the damage. And then
So that's 13, 23, and then go ahead and roll a crit on the crit table.
okay, and there's the necrotic.
So 31.
And then let me get the crit table pulled up real quick. Should be right there.
All right, you gain a D8 heroic dice. So we'll change your. I'm going to change it into a D10 because you would have got a felon anyway. So
Okay.
okay, and then what? Enemy stunned.
nice. He's in big trouble.
He is in big trouble. So he's got to make a Constitution saving throw versus stun. So these guys are really super beefy. So shit. Sorry. He shakes off the stun.
Okay.
Okay. That's a pretty good turn though.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, Brand obviously sees this guy there and moves up. And 2 great sword attacks. Second one misses. First one does hit. So 1 hit. Good grief. 23 plus 20 is 52. All right, this thing is in big trouble. It stepped into it. All right. This guy kind of sees what's going on. He's seeing how the sausage gets made. And he doesn't like what you're doing to his buddy. So he's going to move up. Leo, you want to be odd or even?
I'll be even. My shirt's even.
Okay. So Breckenridge, he comes up behind you.
Sorry, Breck.
And tries to grapple you.
All right. Let's see how that works out for him.
Don't even worry about it.
All right. So roll a opposed strength check. Wow. So because of the bless spell, he couldn't bring the grapple to bear. So he's actually got 3 attacks. So at that point, he changes tactics and claw bite. I think the bite missed.
And who's he attacking? Breckenridge?
Breckenridge, yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to do one of the things I do.
Okay, so 16 slashing. And when a creature misses you, you can expend a spirit to make a weapon. Okay, so he missed you, so you can attack him back.
Okay, I get to attack him back. There's that.
Oh!
And I get to add a superiority die, which is a D10 to the damage, as I recall.
Cool.
Yep.
So I'd take the 16 points of slashing damage any day for that exchange.
Okay.
27 points.
Okay.
Plus the crit.
But I get a D10 as well.
Okay.
Because it was superiority.
Yeah.
There's that.
Another 5.
Okay, here comes the crit.
Ooh.
7.
Well, actually, we're using the table. Remember? The rollable table.
Oh. I vaguely remember. Let's see here. Up in the macros section.
Yeah. The kind of the pancakes.
Right. I'm in there. Why can I not see the crit table? Oh, rollable table, crit table, roll. Okay, here it is.
I'll let you re-roll that because the other one was an 87.
Oh, roll again?
Yeah, roll again.
I can't see what it is. Oh.
Did you have inspiration?
I have inspiration. I also have a jersey on.
Okay, who doesn't have inspiration?
I think we all do.
Mine.
Everybody has inspiration? Or you
I
use
just-
yours? You
yeah.
get it back. As
Okay,
you watch
cool.
this amazing heroic action come down. Damon, the only way in our heavily house ruled game to get a heroic D20 is the way you just did it.
Cool.
Basically, you now have a heroic D20, which you can add.
That's awesome.
You gain another free action or bonus action. The enemy knocked prone and stunned, DC 25. So it's a con check. He's still got to roll a 14 or better here because he has a plus 11 to con saves. He is stunned and prone.
Okay.
Where's my stunned? Oh, here it is.
This is the new one. That's awesome.
And did you say I get another action?
Yes.
And don't I get 4
Bonus.
attacks and an action?
No, you get a free action or bonus action. So it's not specifically an action.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So a free action would be like another weapon attack.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So you can weapon attack with advantage because he's prone and stunned.
Okay, hang on a second, because I might be able to even tack more on them. Oh, no, it wouldn't. Never mind. Okay. So with advantage. Come on, 20.
Almost.
Oh, it was right on it.
Yeah, it was.
All right, that damage looks like that.
Another 17. Okay. And
That
did you
was
ever?
fun. That was on his turn.
Yeah, that was on his turn. Did you ever take your 16 points of slashing damage for that exchange?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay, that was his turn. This guy is seriously upset about what's going on. So he's going to try to grab Bonnie, I keep calling her that, Sister Fen. So she's going to make a opposed strength check. All right, she is grappled by him. So grappled. And then he is going to teleport 120 feet straight up with her in his arms.
Dang it.
Yeah. And that's bad. And then he drops her. And so she takes 12d6.
Is there any bit of a reaction? You know what? Actually, can I do something? Well,
I don't know if there's something you could do to. I'm all ears.
it could have been actually on, and I apologize for my brain moving retroactively here. Can I do a warding flame in his eyes when he tries to grapple her?
Mm-hmm. Let's see. You can yourself and attack enemy.
Show up. Oh, it did. Okay, pardon.
Creature 30 feet. You can use reaction oppose disadvantage. Okay.
And basically give disadvantage on the grapple attempt.
Okay, so her grapple, let's go back. Hers was only a 7. And his first one was a 20. So the disadvantaged one would be here. Still above hers. So good try, but he still got her.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
Oh, that's not that bad. She takes 32 points of bludgeoning damage and is still somehow okay. But she does have to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on her bless spell. Nope. Everybody has lost Beacon of Hope at that stage.
I said that'd be impossible.
She hits the
Both
ground.
the beacon and the hammer. Are
Yeah.
they both concentration spells?
Oh yeah, you're right. You know what? She should have had one or the other. Oh well. Okay.
That's right.
So let's go 60 feet up. 110, 100. So he's 120 feet in the air now. This guy. Okay. Bless spell has 5 rounds left. The rock is still alive. I think it was attacking Corvus last time.
Yeah.
Talons.
He's prone.
Oh yeah, it's got to use its movement to get up from the prone position, which is fine. But then it is going to go ahead and attack with its talons and beak. 2 hits.
I'll use my last warding flame on.
The beak is more powerful, so make it
On the
reroll the
beak.
beak.
Yeah.
Either way,
Okay.
hit either way. My rolls are weird sometimes. Okay, so he takes another 19 points of slashing damage. He's still looking pretty durable. He's in pretty good shape still.
Okay.
All right, and that's back to your turn, Stale.
Do
Oh, and you know what?
probably-
I'm sorry, you can't use 2 reactions in the same turn. So
Oh, you're right. Pardon me.
yeah, but it didn't affect the outcome anyway. So you're good.
Good call on that. I'll add one back. All right. Same thing as last time. Hit him again and knock him down.
Okay.
Looks like a good way to do it. Kapow.
Excellent.
Okay.
Where do I find that crit table?
So you know where the cog is?
Yeah.
Next to the cog, there's a little stack of called collection. Click on that, and then under the rollable tables, it says crit hit.
Oh, macro. There it is. Okay. CR3 attack? No, let's see.
Under rollable tables.
Oh, then
Critical
5.
hit
All right, here we
table.
go.
Nice. A heroic D12, enemy knocked prone and stunned. Well, actually do the damage first, because let's just see.
All right. This max damage, right?
Yeah, it's gonna roll extra dice and everything, so
Okay.
nice. Save. So that's 17 plus 12, 29. It had 15 left. How does it die?
39, I think.
Or 39.
Oh, it just gets a massive blast of radiant power right in the middle of it. It just, and it sears a big giant hole in its chest.
Nice. It blasts backwards, and as soon as it hits the ground, as a creature not native to this plane, it dissolves into like ash and powder. And you hear a cheer go up from the church. Okay.
Yay.
Nice. So that was your action. You still have movement. You still have a bonus action.
I don't know if I can shield bash in these now fashioниes. They're pretty...
Well, the one's up in the air 120 feet, so you certainly can't do that one.
Yeah.
But the other one is prone and stunned.
Oh, you know what? I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Guarding Corvus.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it for me.
All right, cool. Good
Oh,
job.
and then my heroic die, did you increase it?
Yeah, it should be, you should have a D12 on there.
Cool.
Yeah, let me get rid of the D8. There we go.
Thank you.
Okay, nicely done. Nicely done. Leo, that one to your right is flat on its back and stunned.
Okay, well then that one is the one that I'm gonna go after.
Okay. Advantage.
Oh, okay.
That's a miss or a hit.
Next one.
Okay. Ooh. That's
Ooh. I guess that counts as a crit.
I think it would count as a crit, except you're out of charges on your guy, right?
I
Or
am.
No. I think, let me just check that real quick.
Well, I'm out of
Natural
charges, but
20?
I don't want to use a charge.
Hang on.
Or
I just need to read the Axe of Champions real quick and make sure.
I need to put that on my character sheet.
Oh, I thought it was on there.
I would like to put it like down below where like my rage and
Yeah, I thought it was there, Katie. Let me look up attuned items. It doesn't tell you what it does.
Right back.
Okay. Axe of Champions. One or more charges may expend. Example. Okay, so no, you do have to expend a charge to make it a crit.
Oh.
Okay, so it's not an
shit,
automatic
that's
crit.
annoying.
Okay. Well, if you guys hadn't been fighting for 30 hours straight, it wouldn't be a problem. Anyhow, go ahead and roll damage. Just click the one above the crit twice.
Or oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Above.
Don't click the crit one. Click the one above
Yeah.
the crit twice.
Ignore the first one.
15, and then your second damage was 14, so 29.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Anything else? Bonus actions?
I don't think I have anything.
Okay, Corvus. He just doesn't quite have enough movement to get there. Breckenridge.
All right. Which one is the one that's prone and which one's up in the air?
This one on the right is prone. The one on the left is up in the air.
Okay. Obviously, I'm going after the one that's prone. So that's advantage on all attacks, right?
Correct.
Okay. Should I roll damage on a per attack basis, or has he got a lot?
No, he's still pretty beefy right now.
Okay. So there's the first attack.
Hit.
And second attack.
Hit.
Third attack.
Hit.
Fourth attack.
Let me get my calculator out.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
Let's do this thing.
Okay. Damage 1.
12 plus
Damage 2.
17 plus
Damage 3.
16 plus
Damage 4.
52.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's me.
Wow.
Sister
So hot
Finn
in the red.
gathers herself and looks straight up at the Nalfeshni that just carried her up and dropped her, and she probably doesn't have any spells that can reach 120 feet. Maybe? Will he be
You
hurt
should
by
be so PO'd that she gets a free one.
Guiding bolt
will
will get it. Does she
Oh, will it?
Does she have
Yeah,
guiding
she
bolt?
does, right? But she's out of no, she's got one first level spell left. She doesn't actually have guiding bolt. Does
Oh,
she?
okay.
Does she have Sacred Flame? That's a cantrip.
No.
60 feet.
I think she's gonna do Moonbeam. That'll reach. Okay, so I think she can do 2d10. So here it goes. But he still gets advantage on the saving throw. And what kind of save is it? No, fuck, Constitution. He's gonna plus 11. Yeah, he's fine. Okay, that was her turn. Mark off her spell. Out of second level spells. Lorien. The one 120 feet up is clearly injured. Kind of just blood raining down from above, and clearly of a mind to escape. The one on the ground is surrounded by your friends.
Okay. Which one is 120 feet up?
The left.
Okay. I will take my movement to here. And can I use my boots of spider climbing to climb up on this Nalfeshni?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's prone and it's laying on its back.
Oh, shoot, never mind then.
Yeah.
I'll take it to here so I'm as close as possible.
Okay.
And I will throw the first dagger of shadow. Non-sharpshooter.
Wait a second. Can you put sharpshooter in the chat? In the chat?
Yes. There it is.
The master range tap shots find possible. Attacking with range doesn't oppose. Okay. I think the only problem is daggers have a maximum range that is less than 120 feet.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll back. Can you just do a dagger throw in the chat real quick?
Yeah.
Because it should show us what the range is.
Yeah, 60.
60 feet, yeah.
Okay. Never mind. Then I will throw it into this guy.
Okay.
And I should be able to sneak attack him.
Yeah, he's definitely a victim of sneak attack. But you're also at advantage because he's prone.
Cool.
Okay.
You want me to do it again?
Nice job, Janice.
Nope. Just click damage for that, please.
Cool.
Do sneak attack damage too.
Oh.
Okay. Do sneak attack damage again because you double the dice.
Do you want the necrotic or is this gonna do it?
Let's check it out here.
That's about 53.
47 plus 13.
These things are tanks.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead and hit the necrotic.
Okay. Is that twice?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Red
Dagger
table.
Shadow goes flipping end over end and buries itself right in the creature's eye socket, at which point it dissolves into ash and shadow.
Cool.
All right. Brand. Disappointed. Does he have anything he can do at a distance? No weapons. Heroes and blow spirit. Nope. He's got nothing. He's looking at this guy like in frustration. This guy is dead. This one is badly injured. Like I said, it's just dripping. It's like raining blood down on you guys. Its little wings are flapping down, and you just see it blink out disappears 120 feet further away, like straight up, and then flies. It is now 122, 40, 270 feet away.
Flying. I got one more action.
Okay. Your turn there, Steo.
So I will get right under him as best I can. I do not want this guy to get away, but we'll see. And I've been saving this one for a special occasion.
Okay.
300-foot range.
Nice.
And it's not your typical use of it, but a swarm of insects.
Yeah. And they just do piercing damage, right?
Yeah.
20-foot sphere. The sphere remains for the duration. It becomes difficult terrain. Okay. The area appears. Each creature makes a Constitution save throw. Creatures piercing on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. Okay, so he's got to beat a 19, but he's got a plus 11 to con saves. So
one,
and he's got advantage. So would someone like to use their jersey to make him re-roll his
I'll
success?
use my jersey. My spell, I'll use it.
Do his first. I'll go second.
There it is. There it is. Fail. 4d10 piercing damage, Stu.
40-10. Oh, Mom.
Oh,
all right.
Nice.
He had 6 hit points.
That's not bad.
Almost as if the island of Flamstead itself was supporting your efforts. A plague of insects just appears, wraps around him, covers his body, biting, stinging. He's like clawing toward the sky, and you see him start to turn into ash, and what's insect and and just getting spun into the insect swarm. And another cheer goes up from the church as you have successfully defeated the demons plaguing the town of Stoke. Good job, you guys.
Nice job.
Let's go to bed.
And is that the hardest thing you can throw at us?
Dennis?
As a matter of fact, you sense that these guys were like frat boys on spring break. They just had like no kind of goal or purpose, just as if they've been let out of their cage and they're just having fun. You know, their version of fun. So what would you do next?
Go to the church.
If we get to the church.
Go to
Yeah.
the church. Okay,
Somebody there better have a healing spell.
Yeah. Keep in mind that this is in fact Sister Fane's church. Let's see, the pixies are not there anymore. And everyone left in town, so fewer people than you would like to see, but everyone left in town is essentially at the church. They were hiding there, protecting themselves from vampires. Now they're hiding there, protecting themselves from demons. The church, the roof tiles have been shattered and damaged. Many people have been injured or killed by falling rocks or debris that the demons were doing. But the doors are flung open wide. Brother Walter, Dallin the Druid, and the other priests and local folk are there, and they see Steo, who and Sister Fen, Lord Scrivers. You all come up the stairs, and there's a lot of cheering. Well, everyone, they don't have much food. What food they do have is being created by the clerics, right? They're using create food and water spells just to keep everybody alive, because obviously no one's cropping or farming in this situation. But yeah, you're welcomed inside. You're given food. As soon as you cross the threshold and you're under the protection of the Hallow spell, you feel that sense of dread from Granny Ursula kind of ease from your mind, and a few of you probably just find the nearest pew and go down. It is probably 1 p.m, and I'm just gonna say you all just basically sleep till midnight or 1 a.m. But for the first time in like 10 games, please press the long rest button on your character sheet.
Can you review how to do that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, there's this button. It's called long rest. You click it.
What's that mean?
It's weird. Good job, everybody.
Nice.
Let's move the whole group into the church. And yeah, Carth especially. It's like a refugee camp situation here, so there's not a lot of space, but you guys get a little bit of space carved out for you. But Carth especially is going to need more time. Everyone with 1 or more levels of exhaustion, please roll 3d4.
How can we tell it's 1 or more levels? I cannot remember. I'm sorry. Stress here.
Stress.
I have 11 out of 100.
Okay, so roll 3d4.
Okay.
Okay, what was that again? Stress?
Stress. So you're going to reduce your stress number by 3d4 for a full night's rest.
Oh.
Cool. Hey, Damon. Let's see. So Tanis, you had 14 points of stress, so that's going to put you at 3 points of stress. So
I was at 23. I just reduced it to 14.
So instead of -2, you see where all your stresses, if you look under saving throws, skills, and attack modifier, can you open the little gear and change all those -2s to -1?
Yep.
Okay. Katie, just go around for Leonidas and unclick all the little stresses. There should be in 3 places on your character sheet. Saving throws, skill checks, and attack rolls. You see that?
Yep.
And same for you, Breckenridge. I think what happened to you?
Nothing. I moved from 27 down to 20.
Okay. So you feel like you need another day of just being off your feet, which makes a lot of sense considering what you've been through. And again, it's up to you guys what you're going to do in the future. Can you, under Lord Carthpike, can we put him at, let me give him a stress deal here. And he is at 70. So he's at -7. So do you want to roll 3d4 for him?
Yeah, just 1 sec. I didn't even have him up.
Yeah, that's fine. I just created it in his character sheet. So
okay, 3d4 for him. There we go.
Okay, so he's at 62, which brings him down to a -6 to everything. I feel like Carth just wants to stay here in the church and rest, and kind of after everything he's been through. So you would recognize that as hallowed ground. Granny can't really get to him here. So my request to the group would be, what do you want to do next time so I can prepare for it?
Well, I want to stay for 1 more day because I've got to get off exhaustion. It's
Gotcha.
killing me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think we kind of have to finish the demons here before we can really move on.
Yeah, I agree.
We can't just leave the mess so we created unintentionally, but still, I feel like that's kind of our next step, is to use the portals that Karina, I think her name is, Katerina made us, so we can get that done at least faster than we would have if we had to travel by foot.
Yeah, can we use that, Ken, to go back to the help Carth, the scribes clear out the castle?
You get the sense that she will be like watching out for you guys, and like you'll be able to probably signal her, but she has to cast the spell, so you'd have to meet her back at City Hall, and she could send you any number of other places on the island. But yeah, it's not like a portal. She has to cast it each time.
Right. That's what I thought.
But it's, I guess, unlimited casts until we can finish.
She can do it once per day.
It's a spell that she can do.
So yeah, it's a 5th level spell for her. And so let me do this real quick. Put everybody, oops. Right here. And we'll look at that. And we'll look at that. And so you have accomplished that.
Yay. That in itself is worth it. That's good.
Yeah, it's not a bad day's work.
Ken, while we're here, if I should look at my character sheet again, but Steo would definitely want to establish the church here as a sanctuary.
Okay. Can you throw that into the spell? Are you talking about your
for the word of recall?
Word of recall. Can you throw that into the chat? So here's how I view this, Stu. So you guys hit the pews like at like 1 in the afternoon, and then slept until midnight, and then probably ate again, maybe did a little bit of like maintenance and care and feeding for your armor and weapons, slept again, and then I'm gonna say that there's like another day of rest. So it's going to be 2 days later that you actually start at like 7 in the morning or whatever, or even early in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning, so that it's still dark, so that Katarina can help. But you'll essentially get a whole nother day's rest. So let's do another 3d4 of stress relief.
And by the way, Steo is at 0 stress now.
Okay, cool. So Damon, that's Breckenridge, and then another one for Carth.
Nice.
7. Do I have any negative effects?
I think you're below 10 now, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you're good. Cool. And Breckenridge is at -1, which is probably tolerable. But Carth is still out of it. He's still at -5 probably. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So which problem do you think you all would tackle?
My guess would be either straight east on the peninsula or straight south.
I think maybe since it's so close, we could try to start with this old church one.
You've been there multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been there quite a few times. We're familiar with the terrain, and we know the spot. And then if we want, we can always just walk back to Stoke, so we can get another night's rest without having to use the portal in the same day.
So let's do this sometime in the middle of the night over the next 2 days. You're able to signal Katarina and arrange to meet her outside of the church. And so kind of sneakily, so that the populace doesn't catch wind of this, during the day, I can imagine that the town is trying to start to rebuild, starting with the church. People are like sacrificing other buildings and taking like the roof tiles and repairing the church, trying to put it back together, and then fill out from there into other buildings. But at some stage, one or more of you meet with Katarina, and you're making the plan. And so she can only transport you once per day, but if she suggests if you want to go deal with the old church, she could meet you at the old church. After you've dealt with the demon problems, she can transport you from there immediately to somewhere else. So either Harrow, back to the castle, or to Sutton.
I think that'd be great. Couple things, Ken, I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, what was I thinking of? At Stoke, oh crap. I had it and I lost it. And the idea got in my head. So I've got basically we're saying that I've set the that as a sanctuary for us.
Yeah, you would have a full day to cast that spell, Word of Recall.
For the sanctuary.
Yep. Or for Word of Recall, it's instantaneous. So the very next day after your first rest, you could cast that. So now go ahead and write Church of Stoke in your list of locations you can teleport to. Right?
Yeah. Did I write that on my character sheet? We have that on that other.
I think it's on your character sheet. In the bio section.
Yeah, I'm looking there. Oh, okay. Okay, two things I wanted to do then. I wanted to see if I could scry Bonnie.
Oh, okay.
Let's see where the heck she is. Oh, yeah, we go. Here we go. So sorry. Yeah. We're calling this
Church at Stoke.
Stoke on Kent.
Yep. So yeah, you've got Word of Recall locations, Lower Corridor, Llewellyn, Saltmarsh, and now the church in Stoke. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
And then you had Scrying and Sanctuary. You want to throw those in the chat too?
Sure. Scry, where'd you go?
Okay. Let's tackle that after we tackle Sanctuary.
Yep. Okay,
So
then Sanctuary. This is not quite the same kind of spell. It's different.
Oh yeah, that's more of that only lasts for 1 minute.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of calling the sanctuary making a sanctuary at a church. Partly it's like the blessing and stuff, and partly just the acts that he would go through as a cleric.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really necessarily a spell attached.
Yeah, so it's already hallowed ground.
Yeah,
like multiple levels of hallowed ground. But I think there's another one here that may be more forbiddance.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Yeah. So that one's more the duration is only 1 day. But essentially you can make that, because the casting time is short, you can make a smaller location out in the field like hallowed ground in a short period of times. But you got to have the spell. But I kind of get what you're saying. Yeah. So back to scrying.
And if it's already hallowed ground.
Yeah.
Right, scrying was a lot of where it go.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, since it's right about noon right now, it's 11:54. This is a perfect time to cliffhanger this. I'm going to say, for the sake of the game, can you scry into other planes? That is on the same plane of existence as you.
Oh,
okay. So you have verified that Bonnie is not on the prime material plane.
Okay.
But I will say you guys never did interrogate Carth with all of your great questions. So here's what I would please ask you all to do. If you all can craft together an email or in the group chat or something, like a reasonable number of questions, say half a dozen, and Carth will answer them at the start of our next game. Cool?
Cool.
Yep, that sounds good. I think we have a pretty good list, actually.
Yeah.
But okay.
I wasn't writing those down because I was doing other things. So
yeah, no, I wrote them down. So
cool, perfect. Hey, so 2 weeks from today, we'll be returning from our week-long vacation, so I won't be available. on Sunday the 29th. So what do you guys think about?
Not the 5th, because that's when the daylight savings time ends, and I need as much sleep as I can.
Well, we fall back, so you get an extra hour. So
Yeah, but we also get darker sooner, and it just ugh.
You want 2
Yeah.
hours.
What's that?
So you want 2 hours.